Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know when this will come out again. There's going to be probably a dozen like this. Sorry about the wait. And let's go. The Bureau Xcom Declassified, a game that disappeared after so many years. It was, I believe, announced in 2010. Now, finally coming back as a third-person, supposedly tactical shooter. And from every gameplay that I've seen, sorry I can't show it because I'll be flagged, you know what they're doing? It looks like Mass Effect 1 style tactics with more control over the players, a hybrid of that and maybe kind of the early Ghost Recons where you had control of your soldiers to order them where to go. This, with powers, seems to be something that I am looking forward to. I was looking forward to the first one. I'm slightly disappointed that this horror, scary atmosphere that was with the first installment of the game, this holy crap, these monsters are coming out of nowhere, that they don't even look real, that they're possessing people, was a game that I was looking more forward to. Now moving to this third-person tactical, more in the vein of using the XCOM creatures and monsters, and less of this out-of-the-world, supernatural, unnerving, disturbing characters, is not a bad thing. In and of itself, this taking the classic mutons, the classic sectoids, and putting them in as a third-person tactical shooter seems to be a very good mode, something that looks really good. And with the tactics that are supposedly there, that I hope are there, I'm excited. Because in doing that with this tactical nature, with using power-ups, using your weapons, holding your bases on outthinking your enemy, and still having the idea that permadeath could be included, I like that a lot. And if they can have that of the classic XCOM that's used in this tactical field and used in a more story immersive style, I think this will be a very good companion to the rebooted XCOM. I am glad that they rebranded it and as a spin-off. I think this is a very, very, very good thing, setting in, I believe it's in the 50s or 60s. I can't remember. I want to say 60s. But this is a good thing to do. This allows people... It allows a new style of game to come out, a game that hopefully is more hardcore. I hope that the people who make this understood that by moving it away from as a complete reboot of the brand and making it its own thing, we'll be able to help the game in the long term and include more people, bringing in more people into a more hardcore experience. And as long as they keep the difficulty, the tactical nature like a Ghost Recon to make you think and not just, okay, this is Gears of War, let's blow every motherfucker out of the way. If they have this style of XCOM, of feeling of, holy crap, these monsters are bigger, they're stronger, they're more dangerous, I gotta be careful on what the fuck I do, or else I'm going to be just ripped to pieces. I hope they do that. Now, I'm disappointed that they didn't take more customization and took more influence from the second iteration that they were trying to go for. But you know what? I'm still excited that this game is coming out because it looked gorgeous in style, in substance. This game looked purely based on, we're making a tactical game that's going to kick your ass and is going to make you be very cautious and careful when you're engaging these enemies. And that with the Bureau looks to be its greatest achievement, because if it does go for the Ghost Recon style of difficulty and making their challenge and making you have to choose and be careful, and using the idea of the XCOM that you can screw up and you can really screw yourself for further engagements in the level or future missions, that is perfect. You need a game that doesn't take itself as this gung-ho, let's just kill everything and no repercussions. You need a game, especially like this XCOM, if they're going to do what they say, is a game that there's repercussions for your actions. You have to be careful. You can't just willy-nilly run around gunning people down, that if you overextend yourself, you'll be cut down. I've really been looking for this small squad-based tactics thing that offers a sci-fi-esque universe to it. And that is what seems to be going, that this 1960s vibe with aliens invading, fighting and defending yourself, that seems to be what this is going for. And I feel that is a very good thing, that this vibe of, holy crap, these monsters are attacking, we're underpowered, we have to fight, we have to use tactics, we have to outsmart people, gotta use angles. I hope they use it, because that seems to be the best way to do a more action-orientated game with the Bureau. And this looks to be a gorgeous addition to the XCOM franchise, even though it's a spin-off, and I hope it does well. And even though it moved from a first-person shooter to a third-person shooter with tactics and powers, this game is looking good. You may say, oh, the art style looks blah, it doesn't look graphically superior. That's the thing is, graphical superiority is not going to make the game great. It's the first things first, the gameplay content has to be held down as its core tenet. And that's right now, from what I've just seen, there's not a lot which is annoying and frustrating, but with that alone seen, that looks very, very promising. Because every scene we've seen, tactical cover-based shooter to outflank your enemies, using your powers, using abilities. If we have more of that in games, I think the franchises I think gaming will actually do a good movement in the upwards direction of ingenuity in gameplay styles, and taking existing franchises and mutating them and changing them for the better, or making spin-offs like this one and mutating them and changing them for the better, where you have different abilities to do different things and not forcing you into any format one way or the other. Thank you for listening. This is just the basic info. We know it's a third-person shooter. We know there's going to be tactics. We know there's going to be powers. I just hope they do more of that, because those powers and abilities will set this apart from any... Hopefully, it will set this apart from any generic just shooter on the market, third-person or otherwise. Because games need to be more cerebral, need to be more engaging, other than, yeah, let's just tear everyone apart. I'm the Ubermensch of gaming. I can just kill anyone. We need games that actually go, this is going to be a little difficult. Think your way through, outsmart these enemies, flank them, hold them down, pin them down, using actual tactics in games. This is something that's been sorely missing from this gaming generation the longer it's been going on. More and more is about this over-the-top, action-packed game with all these cuts in beautiful atmospheric things, but no decent, great gameplay. Everything's just, okay, that's okay gameplay. That we need something that melds both of these styles together of difficulty, challenge, story, atmosphere. And this may not be the best one for it, but it looks like it's going in the right direction of making a game that actually understands you're going to be put through hell. You're going to have to use your wits and your skills and what is at hand to overcome an objective that is going to kick your ass. Thank you for listening. Please tell me what you think. And thank you, and good night.
That takes a solid effort.